Hello YouTubers, welcome to another 5-minute Revelation study. Today we're going to look at John's Commission, which is chapter 1 verses 9 to 11. Let's quickly read that together. I, John, who also am your brother and companion in tribulation and in the kingdom and patience of Jesus Christ, was on the island that is called Patmos for the word of God and for the testimony of Jesus Christ. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what you see, write in a book, and send it to the 7 churches which are in Asia, to Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamos, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea. So this is a relatively short and straightforward passage we're looking at right now. John identifies himself primarily as their brother, a person who is a fellow sufferer for the sake of the gospel, and who was exiled to the penal colony which is called Patmos, an island just off the coast in the Mediterranean. Not a very nice island, probably a quarry that the prisoners were sent to work, but it was for the sake of the gospel. Tradition tells us that John was actually not willing to make an offering to Caesar, to offer incense to Caesar, and he could have been killed on the spot for that, but quite possibly he was exiled to the island of Patmos, but he tells us it was for the sake of the gospel. Now, what is also interesting and very important for the study of the book of Revelation is that this is a vision. John received a vision from Jesus Christ. So when you hear the word vision, think symbolic vision, like the prophets of old, like Zechariah, some of those unusual visions that we read of in the Old Testament. Well, John received the same thing. It's a whole lot of pictures and images depicting the present and the future time. And we shouldn't be confused with Revelation and think it to be a video camera. Don't think of it as a video camera of the future. Most people think of it as John trying to make sense of aeroplanes and battleships and the like, when he was only used to primitive forms of transport. Think of it rather as a vision, like the vision that Daniel would have received of these animals that represented kingdoms. For example, Babylon, the lion; Greece, the leopard with 4 wings. Greece is not literally a leopard with 4 wings. They were also symbolic visions. So get the idea of video camera out of your mind and think Old Testament symbolism. God is trying to teach us here using Old Testament symbolism in many cases. So this vision was for the 7 churches. So also think about it this way. The book of Revelation was written to encourage them in their testimony for Jesus and living out the Christian life. Don't think of it as a book which was made only for the future. It was primarily directed to the 7 churches. So the message was true in their time. And if we interpret the book in a way which is irrelevant to the 7 churches, you're doing something wrong. So the way we interpret the book, symbolically, and in a way which is applicable to the 7 churches then, as well as us later today. God bless you. See you in the next episode.